Hello, everybody, and it is great to be doing another episode. This is normally game night, but I've kind of put that on the back burner for a few weeks because I'm going to be doing my top 20. Tonight is my top 20 superheroes. I am Tracy. I want to, of course, invite everybody who has not already to smash that subscribe button. We are still stuck at 114. 1,000 subscribers is the goal. So please hit that subscribe button. You can follow the link here, or if you're watching on YouTube, there is a red box that says subscribe. Just click there and you'll be notified every time I load a video or every time I go live. So remember to hit that subscribe button. You can support me on Patreon. My Patreon support starts at $2 per month. It goes all the way up to $35 a month. And I use all of those funds to produce these videos because even though it looks easy, producing YouTube videos is not a free endeavor. It costs money to do it, so any support I can get is always needed. You can like our Facebook there. There's the link. If you can't remember that link, just go to Facebook and type in TRACYMedia LLC, and my face in the yellow dress will come up. Follow me on Twitter. I haven't published there in a little bit, but I'm going to just start basically using it to promote my shows. So you can always follow me there. Here's another one I don't use very much, but I'm going to start using it. Support me on Instagram. I will be doing more things on Instagram. Subscribe to my Substack. I will be writing an article for Substack. It should be out next week. So please subscribe to my Substack. There is the link right there. You'll definitely want to write that down. Definitely you'll want to follow me on Twitch because I'll have an announcement here in just a second about my Twitch channel. So you'll want to make sure that you're subscribed to it. I'm also on TikTok. You can always find all the other previous links on my website, TRACYMediaLLC.com. And if you're so inclined, you can always send a donation to my Cash App at $TracyMedia74. So I told you all that last week that I was seriously considering moving one of my shows to the Twitch channel because I don't have very many subscribers there, and I'm trying to get that, at least to have about 10. So I haven't made up my mind whether it's going to be this show or whether I start doing the Saturday show live and move it to the Twitch channel. But one of the two shows will move to the Twitch channel. The Tracy show is staying right here on YouTube. That's the only one I know isn't moving. But keep in mind that one of the two shows, either this broadcast or I'll do the Saturday show live, and it will be on Twitch. I have not made up my mind as to which one yet. When I do, hopefully it'll be within the next 2 weeks, but I'm seriously thinking about moving one of them because, again, my Twitch channel does not have very many followers. So you can also subscribe there because, like I said, one show will move there. But the Tracy show won't be one of those. Hello, Theus. So I am not going to promise this will be a short show. I've been doing that the past few weeks and then I go an hour. So I'm going to stay. I'll try to make this as quick as possible because it's just me and I tend to ramble. So Last week I did the top 20 supervillains. No, I didn't. I did the top 20 useless superheroes and their sidekicks. I don't think I'm going to do the supervillains because basically I can't think of 20, but I'm definitely doing my top 20 superheroes. And I said I was going to rank them 20 through 1, and I'm going to try to do that. Um, so we'll get started. And of course, if you have suggestions, just throw them in the comment section. So, number 20. Oh, wait a minute, backtrack. For Thea's, Grover is not on this list. Grover is not on this list. Grover is not on this list. So don't be looking for Grover or come at me talking about why no. Sesame Street characters are not superheroes. No. No, 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 no. So Grover is not on this list. So number 20, Space Ghost. Now, Space Ghost is one of those shows, it was on in the early 80s, like 82, 83, 84. And it was about this space ghost. And it was more like he was super strong and he could like punch rocks out. That's all I remember about him. But what I really liked about him was his costume. He had like the black hood and the total white costume. And oh, what were those rocky things that he fought? Hold on. Wait a minute. Somebody can. Nope. Grover is not the best. Bestest? Bestest. Bestest? That's not a word. And Grover still isn't on the countdown. So Space Ghost, when I was growing up, was it. I'm telling you, Space Ghost was it. I'm trying to get here so I can just type this in. And yes, I'm going to be using my phone because some of these, like I said, I just like. Okay, so now I'm going to read this. So Space Ghost is a superhero who fights a world inhabited by dinosaurs. This was actually, it premiered in the 60s, but I remember watching it in the 80s. Wait a minute. Space Ghost was Batman in space? No, he wasn't. Space Ghost had like superhuman strength. He's fighting dinosaurs. Hello. Hello. Space Ghost was not Batman in space. Batman had no powers. None. Oh, white privilege. Sorry, that's his power. Anyway, so that's my 20th choice. Number 19, Black Panther. Now, why am I putting Black Panther so low on the list? Because I didn't grow up with Black Panther. I didn't read any of the comics. I don't know Black Panther's backstory or what we call origin story. Thunder. No comment. So I didn't grow up with Black Panther a part of my superhero log. Basically, I'm just putting it in there because I watched the first movie. I don't know if I want to see Wakanda Forever, but I know I saw the first Black Panther. And here's what I understand about Black Panther, and please, if I'm wrong, just correct me. I know that Black Panther has superhuman strength. That much do I know. But what I want to know is, does he have it when he's wearing the costume, or does he possess it even when he's not wearing the costume? That's the only thing that didn't make sense. And when you're watching a movie, it's like, do they know that T'Challa is Black Panther? Because it seems like he doesn't even, like, he's just walking around and turns into Black Panther and everybody's like, yep, okay, yep, T'Challa, how you doing? Like, well, like, did they? It seems like they knew because nobody had an eye. There were scenes where he didn't have on, like, he would just have on the bodysuit part and not the mask part. And everybody was just like, yep. And even Killmonger, he knew. Well, they were cousins, so obviously he knew. But that part confused me. But I know that he, in Storm had some type of relationship. Like I said, I've never read any of the comics. I'm just going off of what I saw in the movie. Black Panther's decency. Otherwise, it's all Sue. Oh, and the purple steroid. Okay, I don't know what you mean about that purple steroids. Again, I just watched the movie. I know there was some sort of thing that only they had in Wakanda, and they wanted to keep it for themselves. And Killmonger was like, "No, we could really like sell this and make money off blah blah blah." What? It wasn't uranium. It wasn't plutonium. It wasn't platinum. It was something else. And I don't know, vibranium or something like that. I can't remember. But Black Panther makes the list only because I saw the movie. Okay, so number 18. Number 18, the Fantastic Four. I can't separate them because each of them individually couldn't do anything. There was the one that was basically like the Rock, like he was literally a rock. And then there was the one that stretched, and then there was the one that turned into fire, and then there was that other one. You'd think I would know this because they're my favorite, but it's got to be like all four of them. It can't be just like one of them because, like I said, why would I want to take on the Fantastic Four? And just like individually, they didn't make sense. I mean, they made sense to me, but they were scientists. I know that. They were scientists. All four were scientists. And there was some kind of lab accident that gave, or cosmic ray. It was a cosmic ray, and they all gained superpowers. Now, here's where I get confused. So, hold on. This was also in the 60s, but it came on when I was a child. It literally did. So, there was, let me see. I'm going to read this because I always forget the four. We know the plot. So, Mr. Fantastic. Then there was the Invisible Girl. Then there was the Thing. And then there was the Human Torch, the one that turned into the fire. Yes, Fantastic Four, number 18. Okay, so we got the Fantastic Four at 18, Black Panther 19, Space Ghost 20. So now at number 17, vibranium. Thank you. I was like, it's uranium, Pluto, platinum, vibranium. Thank you. Yes, vibranium. So now we're at number, let's see, 20 was Space Ghost, 19 was Black Panther, 18 was the Fantastic Four, 17. Okay, I count this person as a superhero. I don't want to hear anything about he didn't have superpowers. He didn't do much, blah, blah, blah. Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest, to me, is a superhero. No, he did not have superpowers. Yes, he had Haji and I think his father or caregiver watching after him, and then that annoying dog. But Johnny Quest is definitely a superhero. Definitely deserves to be on my list. He was, he was always out there fighting the evil out there. Sure, Haji did some of those little tricks that he had. I think he would say sing, sing, salabing, and then stuff would happen. But Johnny Quest, Haji, and the adult guy and the dog all are numbers. Teenage Mike Pence? No. No. See, I knew Johnny Quest was gonna get some pushback. Johnny Quest is definitely a superhero. He was fighting evil. I forget who the villains' names were because I haven't watched Johnny Quest since I was like, a teenager? Which, that was a long time ago. But from my memory, Johnny Quest was definitely a superhero. Definitely. He couldn't fly. He couldn't see through stuff. He didn't have superhuman strength. What he had was intelligence. He had integrity. He was mobile in that little space app thing. But teenage Mike Pence, like boring Mike Pence, talks like this. Mike Pence? No, 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 no. So far, 20 Space Ghost, 19 Black Panther, 18 Fantastic Four, 17 Johnny Quest, 16. Number 16 is a real unique choice. And this person is is on my list because of the other one, and that is Zach. Oh boy, I know her name is Zaina. Was his name Jack or Zach? The Wonder Twins. The Wonder Twins are on here not because of the guy, because all he could do was turn into water, but because of Zaina or Jaina. That was her name. Zach and Jaina. Jaina could turn into a dinosaur, anything prehistoric. So her turning anything prehistoric always, you would always need it. Him, yeah, I wanted to put him on the useless list, but you can't separate them because they got to do this to change into whatever they change into. So I couldn't separate them because they need each other to turn into whatever it is they turn into. Zach, something useless with water. Like, yeah, that's gonna fight evil. Water. But she could turn into like any prehistoric animal, dinosaur, uh, Tyrannosaurus Rex, um, a mammoth, anything that was prehistoric, and that always came in handy. But for some reason, they didn't need each other to change back to human form. But Zach and Jaina, definitely, definitely. He is a water dude. He could literally turn into anything water, ice. Yeah, that'll stop it. That'll stop evil real quick. A cup of water. Yep. No credit for being supportive to the women in your life. Poor water dude. Oh, poor boo hoo. So we got, and I'm gonna keep doing this to remind myself who I have on this list. So we got 20 Space Ghost, Black Panther, Fantastic Four. No, wait a minute. Black Panther. No, Space Ghost, Black Panther. 16. Okay, so 16. I know I'm gonna get flack because this superhero is way low on my list. And that's because my top five are so, like my top 10 are so like incredibly hard to crack. I'm going to say Firestorm. Now you have to definitely be an 80s child to remember Firestorm. She was one of Spider-Man's amazing friends. If you remember the show Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, it was Spider-Man, Iceman, and Firestorm. No, I didn't include Iceman because dude, you just turned into ice. You and Zach could have been really good friends. Period. But she had the ability to turn her entire body into fire and not burn. She could, I mean, basically, you would think, oh, well, all you gotta do is pour water, but nobody ever did. And what made her significant to me, one, because she was female, but she used her powers to like help people because if you think about it, she could have, like, if she decided to work for the other side, um that would have been like, I mean, that would have been treacherous if she had worked for the other side, but she used her powers for good. Water is arguably the most powerful force on earth. I think it's fire, but that's just, I guess we're gonna play that. So the next, so now we've got uh Space Ghost? Or was Space Ghost? Yeah, Space Ghost was 20. Black Panther was 19. Fantastic Four. See, now I forgot my list. So let me list them out here. Make me a little list here so I can remember who I named. So at 20, I named Space Ghost. 19 was Black Panther. 18 was the Fantastic Four. 17, I know I'm at 15, but I got to remember the order I'm doing this. 17 was Zach and Jaina. And then I said 16 was Firestorm. So now we're going to come to number 15. I don't want to hear smack about this next hero. He was a hero of mine. I enjoyed watching this show. It made me smile. Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman is my number. So because, 14. We're at 14 because, yes, I did forget that I named Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest was number 17. Johnny Quest. Then 16 was Zach and Jaina. 16 was Captain Caveman. No, we're still at 15 because 20 I have Space Ghost, 19 Black Panther, 18 Fantastic Four, 17 Johnny Quest, 16 Zach and Jaina, 16 Firestorm, 15 Captain Caveman. So no, we're still at 15, and I'm still going to talk about why Captain Caveman was a great superhero. The club. That club that he had, sure, he couldn't fly with that, but he could fly if he had the club in his hand. Captain Caveman is my number 15 choice. Yes, I said it, Captain Caveman. He's on the list, and I'm not taking him off. How about that? I put him on there. No reason. I know he had the Teen Angels, and I know basically they all solved mysteries, but weren't they criminals, villains? Hello, Captain Caveman. Period. So now we're at 14. Now we are at number 14. And 14 I kind of fought hard for. So now I'm about to name a whole bunch of X-Men. The X-Men. Not all of them. I never could see the X-Men as somebody. This is another one I did not follow. In terms of like the comic books. Captain CM. I don't know who CM is. Oh, Captain Caveman. Look, this is my list. My list. And stop calling Johnny Quest Baby Quest. I mean Baby Pence. No. Okay, so I gotta name this member of the X-Men right because I never get it right. I just never do. Because I know what they call them in the like in the movies, but I want to make sure I'm getting it exactly right. So we're gonna go with okay characters, and this is basically I watched X-Men like in the 90s. Professor X. Professor X is my number 14 favorite superhero. I love Professor X because, well, one, he had the whole levitating ability, even though he was in a wheelchair. I know he was in a wheelchair, so I know that. But that didn't stop him from being a hero. He would use levitation. I believe he had mind control abilities. Now, don't because I don't like none of the Marvels I'm gonna get right because, like I said, I didn't grow up reading Marvel comics, but this is just what I remember from the cartoon. So, Professor X is my 14th favorite superhero. So, here we go again. So, the next one, because these are all about to be X-Men. So, we about to get a whole Professor X. Well, see, is your name my next one, Magneto. Magneto is my next one. Magneto, I thought was the bad guy though, because the way like they had that little like soap opera-y thing going towards it, and I thought that Magneto was the bad guy, which is why I'm pretty sure he wasn't. This is where I get confused. Again, this is a Marvel one, so I can never remember. I want to say that Magneto is the character 26th century, blah, blah, blah. Da, 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 da. Magneto. Yeah, Magneto is the bad guy. Yeah, I can't put him on there. Thank you, Marlon. So I'm gonna take Magneto off my list and go back to the um X-Men countdown. Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. Magneto. Um okay. Sometimes this hero got on my nerves, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I like this character, but in the cartoon and especially in the movie, they did this a little bit too much. And the next one at number 13 is Storm. Storm, of course, had control over the weather. Don't nobody say that I have the same hair color as Storm. Her hair is all gray. I had black in my hair. It's in there, like right there and right there and right there. You can see the black in my hair. So don't be sitting here calling me Storm or saying I put her in the countdown because she has gray hair and I have gray hair. No, Storm could control the weather. That's a very important Halle Berry. Yes, Halle Berry did play her in the movie, yes. But I thought your obsession was with J-Lo. Isn't your obsession with J-Lo? Let's see, let's go backwards here. Magneto was cast as a villain. He was a kinder Thanos. Still heroes. And then, of course, the Halle Berry. So, I said the next ones were going to be pretty much the X-Men. And here comes the next one. Man, don't no one want Holly. As a heterosexual female, I don't find that to be true. A lot of people still think Halle Berry is very pretty. I love J Lo too, but Selma Hayek is the top. Okay, I'm gonna keep. Okay, so we're gonna go with the next eh, hero Rogue. Rogue. Okay, so from the 5 episodes of the X-Men that I watched, because like I said, I watched like maybe the first season, half of it. Rogue was one that I remember. But she's not on the countdown. Jubilee is. Jubilee is my 12th choice for a superhero. Jubilee is them and her 19 ex-husbands. Something's wrong with her. You don't want Holly, send her my way. We can be friends. I think your wife might have a problem with that. I don't know. I feel like she may have a problem. But we can always ask her. Anyway, Jubilee is the next superhero. Um, she, her powers are so innumerous. Her powers are so many. I always had to make them up, look them up. Because she's actually Jubilation Lee. She is, of course, a mutant like all the X-Men. They're all mutants. But I call her Jubilee because who calls her Jubilation? I don't know. But, I just go with Jubilee. Um, Her powers include, let's see, mutants born superhuman. According to this, she can generate Pyrotechnic energy blast from her hands. So I guess stuff comes out of her hands. But the way they did it, she was kind of annoying. Um, but she had stuff come out of her hands, so that made her powerful. She was annoying because she was a teenager. But Jubilee, who most people are going to call Jubilation, um, she was often paired with my number 11 superhero, Wolverine. Now, Wolverine should have been higher on my list, but isn't because, like I said, um, my top 10 is just solid. No way you're gonna get around this. So Wolverine had, of course, the little blades that came out of his hand, and I never understood, like, because I didn't watch any of the movies. Yeah, I didn't watch any of the X-Men movies. I only watched the cartoon. Where did X-Men? Where did um Wolverine? How did they get those? Where did those not, blades or whatever come out of his hand? Didn't he kill somebody? But regardless, Wolverine is definitely number 11. Definitely. So we got some more comments to go over. I said, friends, LOL. You have a problem with Wonder Woman, but you had no problem with a human light bright. Human light bright? Watch out or I'll throw a party, LOL. Well, they really going back and forth over these. So now we're coming. His entire skeleton was adamantium. His power was healing. The metal was a science experiment. I told you these Marvel characters, we got one more to go. Well, no, two more to go. We got at least, we have two more Marvel. I didn't read the Marvel comics growing up. I read DC Comics. That's what I read. That's what I know. I don't know the Marvel world. So how he got his powers, don't know. Weapons X Project. Okay, again, thank you for the information. So, next superhero number 10, The Incredible Hulk. So, The Incredible Hulk is definitely a superhero. But I'm about to confuse the movie, the comic, and the TV show. I'm going to basically talk about the TV show. The one with Bill Bixby. He was Bruce Banner? No, David Banner. He was David Banner in the TV show. And then Lou Ferrigno played the Hulk. Now, here one thing that kind of annoyed me about the Hulk. Okay, so in the show, wait a minute. I don't know who Grey Hulk is. I know who Green Hulk is. So I'm going to talk about Green Hulk because that's the only Hulk I know. So in the show, they would say, oh, well, it was supposed to look like the Green Hulk was barefoot, but you could clearly see they put green shoes on him. Because the green shoes sometimes were darker, but it was the 80s. But anyway, the backstory. David / Bruce Banner wanted to do some experiments. He decided, hey, I'll just do the experiment on myself. Got these powers. allegedly killed somebody, or for some reason the police were looking for him. And I can never figure out in a TV show, why were they looking for him? Did he kill somebody? Did he like harm people? But um, for some reason, the I gotta turn my little meter up. Okay. So, but for some reason, he was always on the run. And he had this one line that I really love. It's like, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. How did he burst out of the clothes, though? Because, I mean, if David Banner's on the run, he doesn't have a bunch of clothes to change into. So he's out here, he's changing into his coat to the Hulk, and it was always just like he would change it, like he would burst out of his clothes because the Hulk was so massive. But everything but this little tiny piece would just disintegrate. And then somehow he got back into, where did he get the clothes? Like once he changed back into David Banner, where did he get more clothes from? Like, still my hero. Don't get me wrong. Still my hero. But I'm not understanding, how did he get back in his regular clothes once he changed to the Hulk? Because they were ripped, right? So they're ripped. So he has to get into newer clothes. But he only had that little backpack. That he was wanted by the authorities, wouldn't it make him a villain? No. No, 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 because sometimes Batman was wanted by the authorities. That didn't make him a villain. Nope. Tracy wants to know about the whole nakedness. It did it. That was so annoying. It was like, okay, everything on him is gonna tear except for this little piece. This little piece. Come on. Like, if he's growing that expansively, like, everything should come off. And that's being completely correct. Not wondering about his nakedness. I don't know. The World War Hulk was up there. My favorite is Maestro. Okay, y'all having too many personal conversations over here. And I mean, so, but the Hulk, not only did he have super strength, but the Hulk, not David Bruce Banner, but the Hulk was very compassionate. And I again am talking about the TV show. When he was around children, he became this sweet, kind person. And women too. Like, he didn't hit women, which that's good. We don't want to hit the women. But when he was around like evil people, oh, he was breaking legs and all of these things. So yes, the Incredible Hulk, the green one, is my next favorite superhero. Okay, so now he wore a flesh tone string bikini that was really stretchy. You know what? We're going to just move on to number 9. We're going to move on to number 9. Number 9 is Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Wait a minute. Hulk was an oafish brute. No, he wasn't. He was trying to clear his name. It wasn't his, well, it was his fault that he got into the, no, he wasn't simple-minded. He was still David / Bruce Banner. It was just this other side of him that came out that used physical force to stop the forces of evil. Hello. And in some versions of the Hulk in the movie, couldn't he talk? Because in the TV show, the Hulk could not talk. But I thought in some of the movies, like, he could talk. Which Spider-Man? There's more than one. The only Spider-Man I know is the one that I grew up watching, which was the Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. And I watched the first Spider-Man movie, and that was it. I haven't seen any of the other ones. Only good Spider-Man was Venom. Again, I don't know who. This is Marvel's world. I don't know. I only know one Spider-Man. I only know one Spider-Man, and that is Spider-Man and his amazing friends. So for you all that don't know, um, Peter Parker, I'm thinking that's his name. Yeah, Peter Parker got bit by a radioactive spider. That gave him superhuman strength. He could lift 30 times what his actual weight was. Somehow he built this apparatus where he could shoot off spider webs and climb buildings. He fought crime. He fought Goblin, the Green Goblin, Sandman, uh, somebody else. I can't think. Jamie Foxx played him in that movie that I refused to watch. Who the heck is Miles Morales? I know who Peter Parker is, but I don't know who Miles Morales is. I have no idea. Again, I'm only talking about what I can remember from my childhood. So, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. So, he worked at this paper. I don't think it was called the Daily Planet. I can't remember the name of the newspaper that Peter Parker worked for, but he was a photographer. He worked and he was adopted by his aunt and uncle because his parents died in some mysterious accident or they gave him up as a child, blah, blah, blah. His uncle died. He decides to fight for truth, justice, and the American way. No, that's Superman. That's Superman. That's Superman. Spider Gwen seems cool. I'm not all up on. Who is Spider Gwen? Oh, Spider Man. Oh gosh. Yes, I said Spider Gwen. Okay, so some backstory. Same backstory. No, Superman was a reporter. Peter Parker was a photographer. But they both worked for great metropolitan newspapers. Hey, up, done. Okay, so next superhero at number 8. And here we go with the DC comic ones. These are the ones that I'm most familiar with. I know them. I understand them. They're pretty easy. Wait a minute. There is a Spider-Gwen? What? Okay, no, I gotta take a break. Explain to me who Spider-Gwen is. Who? I'm sitting here like, who? Who? I don't, if you could just like, type in out an explanation of who Spider Gwen is this the same? It's not the same as Spider Man. Um, so who is Spider Gwen? So I'm gonna, let's see, because I want to make sure she is the female version of Spider Man. Um, I thought, oh boy. I'm gonna say, oh, old girlfriend. I'm like, I thought I gotta bring up the multiverse. Okay. So this next superhero is pretty special. Wait a minute. I want to make sure that I'm getting it right. Because like I said, the next few are coming from Marvel. Coming from Marvel. See what you had to make me do? The next few are coming from DC Comics. So I should know these. Um, okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Gotta get here so I can get these names right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're gonna have to take a pause here. Now it's DC, so they're gonna be weak. No, they won't. They will not be weak as soon as I can bring up this list. I just had it. DC superheroes. Y'all sitting here hating on. Okay, now I got it. Spider Pig? You got to be joking. There's no such thing as a Spider Pig. No. I refuse to sit here and believe there's something as a Spider Pig. Now it's DC, so they're going to be weak. Nope. Oh, thank you, Theus. You just named my next one. Flash. The Flash is number 8. So the Flash, is um a great superhero. He's super fast, but he also has healing powers. He also can send back time. Flash is okay. Question for everybody here: what else does Flash do fast? Does he type fast? Does he eat fast? But I know this: he runs fast. And the Flash is a superhero because he could, like, although Superman did beat him in a race. So thank you, Marlon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Arrow equals great value. Batman. Batman equals Bezos on Halloween. Wow. Okay. Hey. Okay. So, wait a minute. I gotta drink some water. I feel sorry for the. Okay. Next superhero. Now, this one is solely a spinoff of the Batman 1960s series. Bruce Lee played him. This superhero was one of the few Asian superheroes before Samurai, and I can't think of a whole bunch of Asian superheroes. So, number 7, I want to say Kato, but he had green in his name. Hold on. I know this is right. Let's see. Hold on. Kato. Okay. I know this is in this. Was his name Kato? The Green Hornet. Oh my gosh, I cannot remember that. The Green Hornet. This character, like I said, was one of the few Asian superheroes. That's something you did not see a whole lot, and you still don't see a lot. And as a matter of fact, Green Hornet and Batman somehow fought for some reason. Um, but I can never remember why. Kato was the Green Hornet's like sidekick. That's what it was. I was thinking of the sidekick and not the Green Hornet. So Kato was played by Bruce Lee, and the Green Hornet was played by some other guy who I can't remember. But Kato, I remember, was definitely played by Bruce Lee. I thought he was more athletic. But anyway, he was a sidekick, therefore he's a superhero, and he was Asian. Thank you very much. Green Hornet and Kato. But he was Green Hornet was a newspaper editor. Brett Reed. Now that's about the dumbest name. But he had a secret. Only a couple of his closest confidants knew. When crime struck, he became the Green Hornet, a crime-fighting superhero based off of the comics of the same name. It only lasted one season, but I still liked it. But yes, I was thinking of Green Hornet. Green Hornet is Batman on food stamps. Oh My gosh. Batman on food stamps. Batman on food stamps. I'm done. I'm done. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe it. Oh my gosh. I gotta get the rest of this list up. So, of course, like I said, did he say snap? Snap. Now, this person who I have at number six is, I just, like I said, I'm trying to bring up this name. He got to go. Okay. So these next superheroes, I give them a lot of flack. I mean, I've given this guy so much flack, it's hard for me to say. So, let's see. We're going to keep going. All you well, I'm in. Nope. I want to make sure I'm getting this because my list is on the phone, so that's why I keep looking at it. So we'll just keep going. Some of these people, I'm like, you know what? We're going to get this next one. Oh, yeah. Next one. Shazam. Shazam is one of those heroes at first I did not like. Like, I didn't watch the movie with Mr. Levi because it just looked over the top. But then you realize, oh, this is supposed to be over the top. So Shazam is my number 6 heroes. The power of the EBT. So Shazam is my number 6 hero. That's Shazam. Number 5, Batman. Now, I have been known to give Batman a lot of flack. I've said his power is white privilege. He can't fly. He doesn't have superhero strength. But what Batman has, well, a lot of money. But what Batman has is the ability to use martial arts to a high proficiency level. Now, of course, I'm talking about the comic books where the character was a little bit more darker and was known to kill. But my preference is, of course, to the 1966 Batman series starring Adam West and Burt Ward. That's what I like. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So, backstory on Batman. His parents, when he was very young, were killed. We don't know who killed them. Some people say it was the Joker, but then that would make the Joker a very old villain. Blah, 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 blah. So Batman. See, why we go? See, I'm trying to put Batman on here and get. Batman is Iron Man without a shiny suit. Blah. Batman used what he had to get the job done. Sure, he couldn't fly and he didn't have superpowers, but again, he used his martial arts, and Batman used his wealth to get things like the Bat Cave, and if it had Bat in front of it, he was using it for the good of the people. Now, sometimes he did go a little vigilante crazy because I happened to see the Batman versus Superman movie. Terrible. That's a terrible movie because the whole time I'm supposed to believe that Batman can bring forth a good fight with Superman when common sense tells me, oh, this is going to be over in about 4 or 5 minutes. No. But Batman used what he had to help mankind. Although Gotham, that's got to be the dirtiest city. That's got to be like in the show, in the TV show, all they did was call Batman every time there was trouble. Like they didn't what is y'all there for? Like they picked up their little red phone and they could never figure out that Bruce Wayne was Batman. Same height, same build, same voice. He didn't spin. He didn't wear glasses. Um, in the comics, Batman took out the whole Justice League. Yeah, but again, I'm talking about the 1966 show, not there. So my next superhero. Oh goodness, I gotta bring this up because my 2-in-1. Oh wow, I just had it. Oh yeah, here's the other one. The beauty of Batman was blending intelligence with action. Best developed comic character in my opinion. I hope that's what IMO stands for. Um, I give this character a whole lot of flack, and yes, I put him above Batman. I pretty much said he was useless last week, but he's kind of still like one of my top. Hold on. Oh, you're talking about fat man, fat bat. He was not fat. He was in good shape for that time. She loves dad bod Batman. Did not have a dad bod. Oh my gosh, will y'all stop it? He didn't have a dad bod. No, did not. I don't think. Let me look at his body. Hold on a second. Okay, so let's see. Go back to my list of superheroes because y'all done got me all off track. Superheroes. Da 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 da. I think I'm sneaking in. You know what? I think I do have another Marvel on here that somehow beat. Nope. Okay. Okay. Well, I do. I think this is from Marvel. I don't think this is from Marvel. Wait a minute. It is. It's gotta be. Okay, so Atom, ATOM, is my number 4 superhero. ATOM. I'm just gonna read you what it's about. So, wait a minute. Bud Light and Golf Man? Oh my gosh. He was not fat, but he was in his second try. You know what? Okay, so let me read about the Atom. Um, the character first appeared in October 1940s. So Al Pratt adopted the name Atom because he was short in stature and would often um, get teased about it. So, in order to impress his girlfriend, Mary James, not Mary Jane, Spider Man's girlfriend, but Mary Jane. Well, no, Mary Jane was not Spider Man's girlfriend. Anyway, to impress his girlfriend, Mary James, he trains with a former boxing champ and becomes immensely strong. He added a blue cowl and a cape and yellow sling reminiscent of those worn by circus strongmen. So that's how he became. Now, I confused this character with Ant-Man, who was like little tiny. But no, this is a regular guy. Again, he couldn't fly. He couldn't. um, leap tall buildings, but he trained. He made himself become a hero. And he used, wait a minute, Buddy was Prince. I'm just, you know what? You know what? Anyone could beat Batman. Just throw a piece of cake. But what about modern Batman? Could anybody beat modern Batman? Since y'all was sitting here um whistling on Adam West, what about who just recently played? Was it Ben Affleck that played Batman? I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yes. Wait a minute. No, it was that other actor. That one that was in the Twilight movies. Um, ooh, whatever his name is. Him. Him. Okay, so we are down to the number 3 list of superheroes. Okay, now y'all know. Just tell a your mama joke and Batman would start crying. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we're down to the number 4. Wait a minute. I lost my screen now. Hold on a second here. I lost my screen. So let's go over the 20. 20 was Space Ghost. 19 was Black Panther. 18 was the Fantastic Four. 17 was Johnny Quest. 18 was Zack and Jaina. 18 was Firestorm. 15 was Captain Caveman. 14 was Professor X. 13 was Storm. 13 was Jubilee. 11 was Wolverine. 10 was the Incredible Hulk. 9 was Spider-Man. 8 was the Flash. 7 was the Green Hornet. 8 was Shazam. 5 was Batman. 4 was Adam. And number 3, Wonder Woman. Now, I don't want to hear any smack about Wonder Woman and why she's one of the few women on my list. Wonder Woman is the epitome of a superhero. Or would she be a superheroine in this case because she's female? Either way, Wonder Woman is number 3. Wonder Woman has superhuman strength. She can't fly. She can't see through things, but she uses her invisible jet, the lasso of truth, and those things on her hands. She's, again, incredibly strong, incredibly smart. Somehow she does a tongue, and nobody can figure out how her and Diana Prince are not the same person. Again, y'all got to be the dumbest people that I didn't ever see. Look up Wonder Woman had no body, no. Wonder Woman had no booty though. That's how I'm ranking my superheroes. I don't know who Power Girl is. Okay, so this she did have a pants. She did wear pants in the earlier comics, but somehow they switched to the, I don't know, the underwear set later on. I don't know why, but she did start off wearing like leotards. Yes. Thank you. She did. She wore pants. I don't know why they switched it. I don't know why they switched it up the way that they did. Um, but I think my number 2 is gonna surprise you, and if you know me, you'll know who my number 1 is. Number 2, Superman. Superman is the epitome of superheroes. Superman is faster than a speeding bullet, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. He can see through things that are not lit. Sure, he has this little allergic thing to kryptonite. But how many people have kryptonite in it? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Before I go back to Superman, Hillary Clinton is Wonder Woman? Hillary Clinton, 70-year-old Hillary Clinton, is Wonder Woman. Really? Superman was the ultimate Chad. No, Superman is the embodiment of what a superhero should be. Again, he has superhuman strength. You're not going to want to meet Superman in an alley fight at no time and no place. You can't beat him unless you get kryptonite. And, like, where is that at? Like, where they find all this kryptonite? I don't know. But Superman, if you put all the other ones 3 through 20 together, they couldn't all beat Superman. There's no way they could. The main mission in the cartoons, wait a minute. Well, Wonder Woman is like two. Hillary Clinton is not Wonder Woman. Is not Wonder Woman. Superman is the second greatest superhero of all time. And so that leaves me with my number one. And so when I think about what a superhero does and who can be a superhero, I can't think of anybody else that deserves the number one slot. I'm going to give Marlon and Theus a chance to guess who it is that I have as my superhero, why I find a description. Superman was an illegal alien that lied to everyone and always left work early. That's because he was saving the city. So when I think about superheroes, I think about they have super strength. They sacrifice themselves. They give up things. They put forth the extra effort. Sorry, Wonder Woman is over 5,000. It's 4. Wait a minute. Wow. Wonder Woman Clinton is 4,000. See, now this is going to make it bad because I'm sitting here agreeing to talk about my numbers one superhero. So when I think about a superhero and what they embody, a superhero for this list there's been a lot of superheroes on this list that have not had super strength. They can't fly, they can't see through things, but they're super because they kept working at it and they kept working at it and they kept working at it. Well, this, I'm going to reveal my number one as soon as you or Marlon can tell me who you think it is that I have as number one. Well, Fizz, you are correct. You are absolutely, positively correct. That is my number one superhero, and I will tell you why. I mean, you guessed it right off. You knew this is where I was going. Well, you didn't know where I was going with this because you couldn't have. But I will read you some parts of the Gospel according to John chapter 1, and I'll stop when I stop. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the same was the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him nothing was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shined in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. The same came to be a witness, to bear witness of that light, and all men through him might be saved. He was not that light, but sent to bear witness to that light. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came to his own, and his own received him not. But as many received him, to them he gave power to become the sons of God, even to them that believed in his name. Now, I could go on and on and on and on and on. Why are you having a smart, shame-faced Marlin? Nothing is more super than this person. None of them. No criteria. Every criteria. Especially with this being Good Friday. What's more super than what Jesus did? In my opinion, nothing. There was no way that I could leave off Jesus. No way. No absolute way. Yes, the other ones were fictional. This one is real. And I'm still wondering why Marlon has a sad face, but I don't know why. Um, but when I think about the sacrifice and I think about the due diligence and the miracles and the whole thing with this being the Passion Week, I can't think of anybody that could be, anybody. I couldn't think of anybody else who I would have. It just made sense. At first, I was going to make Superman number one. But you know what? No. Because all superheroes, if you think about it, were based off of Jesus. Superhuman. Because he's God. Super intelligent. I shall be respectful. I feel like the world. I feel like you. I feel like you would be the person that would give out many. No, I actually don't. I just tell them to down. Halloween? I think you mean Halloween. I'm pretty sure I think you mean Halloween. But there's no. I still want to know what's more super than being crucified and then being resurrected. I can't name anything. Um, and to me, that's super. So that's my list, everybody. That is my list. And I think next week I'm gonna do the 20 countdown of toys, like my favorite toys growing up. I think no. Next week is my countdown of top 20 TV theme songs. Yes. My next week's countdown is the top 20 TV theme songs. I told you all that this was going to be a short one, or I was going to try to make it short. Well, I failed because I'm at an hour, 12 minutes, almost hour 13. Remember to like this video, share this video, comment on this video, subscribe to this page. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to have comments on my heroes where I rank them, especially my number one choice. But hey, this is, again, my opinion. And if you have one that's different and you want to post your own 20 countdown of superheroes in your list in the comment section, feel free to do it. Maybe I forgot somebody. I probably didn't. But that's it, everybody. So have a great evening. Thank you for joining me. To all those that celebrate, happy Good Friday. To all of those who are of the Jewish faith, happy Passover. Passover ends April the 13th. Remember to be kind to each other. Always say something good about someone. Well, unless it's Trump. But in general, remember to say, so she picked Mike Pence. I did not pick Mike Pence. I picked Johnny Quest. Johnny Quest, not Mike Pence. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for joining me. Have a great week. I'll see you Tuesday where I will be solo this coming Tuesday for the Tracy Show, but I'm still going to have plenty to talk about. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. See you later. Bye-bye.